45 minutes left in the trading session. Welcome back to the close. Let's have a look at how things look at this point. We are still negative here for the Dow, specifically leading the way right now, 0.6% to the downside, S&P 0.2%. Look at the NASDAQ, though, 0.4, offsetting that back to the upside. So tech stocks providing the strength again this afternoon. Strength down here in crypto land, to say the least, as well. We're holding nicely to the upside for Bitcoin, guys. I checked that Corsair, CRSR. Its prior volume high on a day was 14.5 million shares. Pretty impressive volume today for CRSR.
Thank you, Brendan. I'm actually a little bit surprised it's that high. I mean, it's done more than 57 million shares in today's action. It's actually back down below VWAP, testing a higher low at 37, so I'm jumping in front of that if it comes down any further. Sean and I are going to be trading live here for 45 minutes into the close. It's Monday. It's been a wild one. Immediately, I'm short ride. We'll get that one out of the way, but there was a halt trade on this one, and this is like, the only thing I can say about this short is that I got back into it, but I mean, I had this one dead to rights on ENOB at 1090, and I got stopped. I don't know why I put a break-even stop. That's actually pretty dumb, and then never got back into it. But this halted down and then shorted it below $8 here. So sitting down in front of $7. Well, got some out for about a 50-cent winner, but I want to take more out if it does hold 7 even. If this thing flushes, I don't know, you could see like, not Friday's close price, but even halfway would be $5.50. I take that in a heartbeat. AMC's breaking up. Everything else I see is coming to the downside, maybe for those to catch some bids, while AMC is screaming again to that 60 level, Sean.
Wow, is it? Okay, yeah, I have to look back at that. Yeah, Corsair, you know, we stuck a little bit of revenge on that trade. It was a good one because we did miss this initial dump down there, but look, we caught the bid right here to the upside, so we buy some Corsair down 38 and change, out 39, 39 again, and then we buy the 40 break, out 41, and then just got out of our last piece here as it breaks through 39. So a good trade on Corsair, and yeah, you're right, Brendan, 57 million shares. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us here. This is the fastest 45 minutes on YouTube. I mean, it just goes by so quick every single day, guys. So thank you for joining us. Okay, Neo, you know, just a couple dip buys here. Should have been rebuying right in here. Again, you know, anytime you see these kind of dips down, we got to get inside that and, you know, take those dips. So we'll wait to see if Neo does it again. We did cash out. Oh, yeah, now my trades are erased. We did cash out last time at this time during our closing show. You got to trade stocks that are moving. Brendan brought to my attention Woof, and I was like super excited because of BarkBox. But here goes Woof up now. Of course, that's Pets. Petco Health up 7% off a nice little bump there. You do see my Bark as well. Oh man, going back and forth between New York and NASDAQ is killing me here. Bark up 4.5, actually now 5%. So that's a nice little one. That, of course, formerly STIC. So this is BarkBox. I like this company. We'll see if it can take out the high. But right now, just searching around. Wish 1130 as well right now.
Yeah, I see that you guys talk about that current halt. I'll talk about Ride just for a quick second because you'll see me in that position from Lordstown. It's not the same short that I had on this morning. Try to load up here. It rolled into this 960 level. I was shorting it multiple times this morning, but now it's broken view ups. I'm starting to take it out. Worth noting, there was well, I mean, there was a level at 960, but then I got this fill here at 954, and then all of a sudden there was an offer at 100,000 shares at 950. So I would have previously stopped out at 960. I think now I'm using that 950 level on Lordstown, guys. And Kern, this has done not a lot of shares, so I know you guys are seeing the volatility halt, but 600,000 shares on the day, well, 700,000 shares on the day is not a heck of a lot. I'm going to have a look at this off of the open just to see if there is like a post-halt type of idea there that I can maybe work into the short. But there was one of those today, and I'll show you what I did with NRBO. I got to get, sometimes you got to hold on to these trades. Usually I'll be pretty happy shorting off of a retake of a halt level 570. My best out was at 508. That seems pretty good. Yeah, but the stock went all the way back down to 375. It's on the march up, which is the only reason I bring it up. I do feel like if this gets back into VWAP here, or maybe even close to that 5 level, where, trust me, there was a bit of a bid. That's why I got out. If it gets anywhere close to that, I'll probably try to fade it. So watching that NRBO and this Kern, which you guys just mentioned, although volume pretty tiny on Kern, I'm not sure it's going to be the sexiest trade in the world. AMC, which I'm flat on. I actually had a long. And I probably gave it up a little bit too early and then didn't take enough profit here when I won that 56. It has held 55 all afternoon, rounding back into the 60 level. That was a pretty big failed breakup at 60. So if it gets to that price again, it's probably going to have to chew through at least a little bit of an offer, I think. I still want to have a top break if it gets there. 60.60 would be that top. VWAP, probably talking like 56.5 before we get into any long on AMC on the dip. And then I'm also looking at that CRSR. It's about 70 pennies away from maybe getting me into a long position. I'm just sitting down in front of this, I guess, lunchtime level at 37 even. So about 70 or 80 cents away from getting into the long. NEO, same thing. I was trying to buy in front of that. Well, if it goes down to 46 again, of course, that was a great price this morning. Still has a chance to get there again.
Okay, yeah, we had a bunch. I see the comment right now. We've had a bunch of high-flying winners, man. Look at this AMC just as we left you guys. You saw me take this break of the high. We talked about that. First out 50 cents, or a little bit more than 50 cents on the first out, and then we held it. We held this 55.60, 55.50 break all the way to what was at the top at that point, 58.50. So that was $3, and for me, that signifies those. So that's a good trade. We basically had the top at that time. Then it comes back down. This was a great little long, man, 57. So we'll wait to see if we can get that. I'm also looking at 60 break. So 60 break high of the day. We'll also take that long in AMC. And again, guys, thank you for the comments, man. We're not like, just trading meme stocks, right? We're trading every stock that we can find that's moving, and not every stock, but ones that have some good advantages to it that we think anyways. So AMC, I do have some bids down here, man, 57.60. If we can come back in, that's where we'll be bidding. We'll do that. Those of you that are Palantir fans, like me, Palantir, we're still holding. It's small for sure, but we are waiting to see if we can break out through 25.10. That would be the high of the day. The NASDAQ keeps running. I think we can have that. We're already long right now, 24.58. We let it go all the way through. I'm debating just getting it out. We're barcoding right here, like straightforward, but we'll wait to see. And then NEO, we still have this one. We didn't take it out at that high of the day. That was a mistake. I was actually getting ready to go long, but it never broke that 47.30, so we didn't have to worry about it. And now NEO, we already talked about that one, looking like a decent spot there. Highs of the year, man, on the S&P. So really excited for the way this one's moving. And then maybe we should get into AMC like a little sooner rather than later. Maybe that last dip there is going to stop like 57.48. My price 57.61. We got as low as 80s there. So maybe a little too low for that last AMC buy. What's up, Bren?
Just saw WAFU to the downside. Just broke this low. It's been sitting here for about an hour and a half or so. 870, trying to make new lows after this huge move this morning. We got up as far as 1250 for WAFU this morning.
Yeah, WAFU's another one. So there was that NRBO. The good news about this one is I held this longer than I held NRBO, but the problem is I actually took it soon, got stopped out at 12:30, jumped right back. You know what happens? You get stopped out, it holds 12:50, so you see that happen. I'm jamming back in here. I get 11.85, and I thought I did really, really well actually holding on to this one down to $10, only to see it go down to 8.50. So lesson of the day is, if one of these like absolutely nothing stocks goes like 3-halt parabolic up kind of move like that, you got to hang on to like a third or a quarter to just let it bleed all the way back down to the absolute bottom. I'm sort of with you, Sean, that if you want to buy dips on AMC, maybe because it's only like 35 minutes to go, maybe starting to pick at some of these higher levels and not thinking about only VWAP like that 57.50 you mentioned. I think that's what you mentioned. Looks like might be the only game in town as far as longs go. I'm going to see if I can't get that Kern for some shortable shares here because that reopened and looked. The volume is picking up. It's now at 1.6 million, and it did try to bust upside here. Got to like 550, and now pulling a bit of a hard reversal. So I wanted to be able to short this. I don't know if I want to short it at 5. I was kind of hoping I could get something at 535, 525. This might have already come and gone, but the volume did pick up nicely. Another 1 million shares done in Current, so tripled in volume since that hold. Thanks for pointing out there, guys.
Okay, so we're at the highest spot we've been at all day, and I'll take a question. D-Doom, you're a member, so here comes the question time. Do you think Palantir can go 20? And again, members $5, guys, if you want to become it. We've had a few new members today. We do our Q&A every once in a while. Okay, do you think Palantir can go to 23 before the end of the week? Yeah, Palantir can go anywhere, D-Doom. It's just a matter of, in my opinion, obviously, where the market goes. Like, 23 is not that far away. So this is today, Monday, Friday, Thursday, we touched 23.40. So, and then you can go all the way back. That was the lowest we got was Thursday, but just to let you know, just a couple of days, you come in tomorrow and there's some negativity on the NASDAQ or something like that, then you could see this back here. If it's an options play though, I don't know. I'm pretty bullish on the market, guys. What's up, Brendan?
Another afternoon mover here, guys. Blink charging, we mentioned this morning. being added to the Russell 2000. Just came off pretty hard there from about 225 on all the way back to 4080 here for BLNK.
Well, that's given a bunch back. It's a bit of a double bottom on that at like 39.80 off the open, but the real news came and it popped. And you look at this candle, this is the big volume spike. That's 40.60 right in here. So we're getting into that price level. I kind of like this consolidation, but I'd rather see it break back above 41 to get in. And then if it holds this like this 40.80 level, maybe you give it 40 cents, get back to VWAP. Looks like a pretty good return. I'm trying to look for a long position. I got a couple of shorts that are well in the money here, and I'd rather get into something to long side. If it's not going to be AMC, because it looks like it might have missed that initial bounce. Why not Blink, which, of course, as Brendan mentioned, had that positive news. And looks like CRSR, Corsair, just bounced a little bit shy of that 37 level. So I'm not necessarily going to jump in too early. Like every long I've had buying the dip that hasn't worked, it's because I got in early. And if you wait on Corsair, I think you're fine. But Blink, 41 break, I'll take that. Throw a stop at 40.60 where that volume spike came in the morning. That should be a good little retracement price. I think there should be volume there.
I mean, you guys want to talk about, we'll throw up the sticky note here because we're getting some questions here. You know, Sean, what do you think about Zoom? Okay, what's my thought about Zoom? I told you guys at 325 on the daily chart, right here, right here on earnings, right here that we liked Zoom. So we given you about 10% in about a week. I think that's pretty good. I liked it into earnings, thought that it was above the 50 period. It was around there. I thought they could surprise and then even beat this level right where we're at right now on earnings day. So, I mean, I'm loving Zoom. I think it's a great opportunity to get your money in. I would have liked everyone to get in where we did, or, down here where we talked about it. But I still think Zoom can go. I don't know if we touch 440, but I mean 400, 40. I mean, I think we can get to 400. Normally when a stock goes from 300, the next stop is going to be 4, right? And especially with this kind of momentum. There is quad witching coming on Friday, so I'm not sure how that is going to be rebalanced or not, but I do like Zoom. There could be some action on Friday, so if you're buying options or anything, I do like Zoom into Friday for sure. Again, just got to find out the way, but I like Zoom and I've liked it at 330, so why not at 365? You missed 30 points on that one. Michael, did I hear Brendan? Nope. Okay.
No, I didn't hear. Nope. I don't think we heard Brendan. I'm going to get over to Lordstown. I was actually just watching Wish and then told myself, what am I even doing, even looking at that stock? I'm going to update the plan here. As we run out of time with only half an hour to go before the end of the day, keep tightening like what the stop is going to be. I don't want this to be a losing trade, so I'll probably take some more off at 940. Actually, I'll probably just take it all off at 940. It's nicely sliding down in the money here. I didn't get any at 925, but that'll be 25 pennies in the money. So I'll throw a bid down in here to just take some profit in front of 25, and then maybe some in front of 915. I just want to put myself in a position that, by the end of the day, I'm not sitting there and looking that gift horse in the mouth, which I'm always telling everybody not to do. So it sort of behooves me to not to do it myself there. So let's see if we can't get some of that out on Lordstown. I like picking on it to the short side. I still want that AMC long, guys. It's just, this is not really barcoding, but unless you really just want to scalp like 40 or 50 cents out of this thing, I don't see too much there unless we can get down to that 57 level, or like we mentioned before, 60. It could be a hell of a break. That ENOB, this is the first one we came in. For those of you that jump in the chat early, we're always trading in the afternoon, so a lot of times we'll jump in early, and someone mentioned ENOB and the halt down. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm doing with that one. I'm shorting it if it holds at 8.15. The halt price, it's exactly what happens. It's now down at $7, so we'll go with, I don't know, giving you to the gates of the hell, ENOB. I didn't even realize that thing actually has that evil laugh going, but I can catch like right there, like a nice 60-cent winner, still hold on to a third. If 7 breaks, this stock came all the way from being $4.40 on Friday. So I'd like to hold this one deep in the money going into the close. Doesn't really give me too much of a reason to get out of this, unless, look, I'm not going to turn this into a losing trade. So if it breaks like that $8 level, it'll be a profitable trade. But I'll throw my stop just past break even and then see if we can't hold right up until like 350, or maybe it gets down to $5. That'd be a heck of a trade.
So getting some, ENOB off the Halt Fest. Look, getting some questions here about Alibaba. Look, I've recommended Alibaba over and over to you guys, and it just really hasn't done anything. This kind of reminds me of Apple. One day I actually bought Apple and Alibaba and tweeted those both out, and I think they're basically flat. There's been so much happening with a lot of other names, like Facebook, that we've been long, like Microsoft off that 240, Facebook in the 270s. I'm a little bit nervous about Alibaba now because, the NASDAQ's battled way back here on a daily chart, and this hasn't. So I don't know. I mean, something has to change with the rhetoric coming from China or about China. If that doesn't change, man, then I think we're going to be a little bit in trouble here with this Alibaba call. I mean, I'm still in it for the long run, so hopefully when I retire, whenever the hell that is, we'll look at our Alibaba trade then. But I'm done averaging into this for now. I was sad when I missed this break here. This first, whoopsies on the wrong thing here. Missed this first 230 break to the upside to 330. So then we got involved here at 260, 270, and then recently in here about 225. And then our last bid I think was 212. So I'm done averaging it on that one. I'll get to Ford later. What's up, Brendo?
Another one making a bit of a push here into the close. NXTD, 50% on the day. This one was a penny stock for the last month or so here, but up big time today for NXTD. Volume coming in late in the day too, guys.
Let's check that one out. And first of all, Josh there, an old fashioned is fantastic for bourbon. It is National Bourbon Day, so look, I'll probably go with like Bullet or something like that. Manhattan, old fashioned, whatever it is. National Bourbon Day. Bourbon is fantastic. It is the greatest thing in the world. Well, maybe not the greatest thing in the world, but it's one of the greatest drinks in the world, and we got to enjoy that. So let me know what your favorite is there, Josh, because I'm kind of curious. Oh, my goodness. I guess CRSR is going to continue to push to this little downside. I'm trying to be a little bit patient, and I had a bid just sitting there in front of 37, and the way this is sort of, like the bid is sort of forming out here, I kind of want to let it fall first and then try and catch a bounce instead of just have a bid there, because I'm telling you, this is like the second time it's had one of these like 60-cent flush candles, and I don't know that I want to just be sitting at a random price. Next thing you know, you're in the middle of a move like that instead of trying to catch the bottom. So I do know I like this 37 area for a first stop. But if it does crash like another 50 or 60 cent 1 minute candle or 3 minute candle here, I do want a shot at catching this little bit of a bottom. It's only the two shorts that I have on. But here comes AMC, guys. It's at 59.15. We're getting pretty close to that $60. And remember, it did break it once. So AMC could be trying to take the top off while Corsair, the new kid on the block, is taking out that bottom. That would make for a bit of I guess one of those two could be an absolute trap, which is why you have to have a plan of action. I'm only going long in AMC if it's a dip or it's 60-60. I don't want the actual 60 price that's already failed on me once, and I want to catch this little bottom wick here, hopefully at one point on CRSR. Just don't want to jump the gun here.
Yeah, no, I'm going to jump the gun a little bit on AMC here just to make sure I'm in. 59.30, so this break right there, and it just gave it to us. So, a top was made right there, 59.30, then it just made it again. So if we can get a little more aggressive there this next time around, we'll take some AMC long. So stick here, we'll put out an order. We'll see if we go long. If it breaks through 59.30, I believe is what I put, or 59.25, whatever. The next time we get up here, I think it breaks. So the price should be irrelevant on this one. So we'll watch AMC to go if it does break here, and then we'll go long again if it does take out the high of the day, which is going to be actually just 60 flat. I think we're going to go long through. So if we take it out, so here it comes right now. So you're going to see me probably get in right here. And if we can get in at 59.30, we'll just do our normal stuff. We'll get it out hopefully around 60 for the scalp, and then take the long on the long break. I mean, stay tuned. After the show, we are talking. I'm going to be doing it. It's the trade of the day. And again, it's filmed just after we leave. So you'll see this trade, and then talking about why we picked some of these levels. I mean, I threw away. Oh, you know what? I threw the sticky note, and it's still back there. But we had it 51.50 dead to rights right here on the sticky note this morning. This was a level that we liked right here on the sticky note. So 51.50, had that a couple times. Find out why and how we traded that and what my thinking was during that time. So again, it's a little tough, obviously, when we're in the trade to explain exactly what we're thinking. But I think the trade of the days are definitely done well, and you guys like.
I think Lucas just threw it at you, by the way.
Who did?
The sticky note is now on the ground next to you because Lucas just chucked it at you there, Sean. But Brandon, what you got, bud?
Just watching GM here, guys, popping back up, back to this 60-60 level again. We've tested it a couple of times. They came out, about here-ish today and said Q1 of next year, so Q1 of 2021, set to be much better than previously thought this year. Not next year. What am I talking about? Just bouncing off support here again for GM, guys.
Yeah, bounce on like
I saw that note. And I was thinking about going over to Ford. I just want to give everybody a huge thank. We just set a record, man. 360 likes on the tweet with, my daughter there last night. So 360 likes. Thank you so much for that. Lucas threw it. That's not why I went over here. I went over here to show you guys this because I didn't know if I still had it. But there it is right there. Where is it? Here it is. Here's the sticky note. Please, guys, follow us. There it is right here. 51.50, right? Look for the upside break. We had that a couple times. So we'll talk about that on our trade of the day, and you guys can have a quick look there. Yeah, that was interesting about GM. Quick look at Ford. I almost went long on that news of Ford, but the only problem is that Ford has just been doing this lately. I talked about it the last couple of days here when traders were messaging it, even right on the show, and you guys could say, just to justify. When we were up here at 16, I said that this was well overdone. I felt like people asking me all up here, what were we doing? There's a reason why you're not going to see Ford on my board. It hasn't been on the sticky note for a bit. It needs to get going. We need another sort of catalyst to go upside, but we are coming right into a spot where I think if you're not long enough, I'm long at 650, then again at 1130, so we're fine. But I think this is a spot where you could probably start to buy now into this area. So if you're not long now, Ford, I think you can start picking some up. And then every dip down, I don't mind. I saw what you said there, Steve. I don't mind, buying dips into Ford. I really like the company, and I just think with the electrification of a lot of their big cars and their big models, the F-150 is the main one. And then there was something called Maverick, a lighter pickup coming as well. So I just, I like the story there. I wonder if we might have missed the boat and the opportunity to get out. I did not get out of anything, so there's still that to go. So I do like Ford, but again, I think for an ultimate day trade, we're going to come back and watch it every single day, and we'll see if there's a catalyst for us to punch this 15. So as long as it's there, man, I love a 15 long. It just needs to come again. Like, it's right here. It just needs to get a catalyst going. It doesn't have one right now. We'll see if that happens tomorrow, but I think you can pick up some Ford all the time on these dips.
I kind of think when some of those EV names sort of pull back at least a little bit or slow down a little bit, and you're talking like your Neos of the world, then maybe, and when this meme stuff goes down, that's when Ford and GM is going to be really good to pick back up. Just ENOB here, guys. It's now almost a full $1 in the money. But Corsair, I'm going to tell you, it's kind of a frustrating stock. So I'm watching it on another window here and didn't have level 2 up. I saw this spike down, jumped over to it, and then was like, oh, got to pick it up. And then you get in like 37.60, only to realize it was a dark pool print. It went down to 36.60. It actually never printed below 40. So I'm like, that's not the way I wanted to get into the stock. So I'll pay like twice the spread just to get immediately out. It is now testing 37 even, it looks like. So this is the area that we're kind of wanted to target, but I kind of got triggered tricked into it by this little bit of a wick when I was watching it on my chart. Rectified that by getting immediately out because I think I didn't want to jump the gun. That's exactly what was going to happen. Now it seems like it's trying to make a bit of a base here down around this 37. So it looks like it could be all systems go for that trade. AMC, it's still doing absolutely nothing in between like this 58 and 59 level. Brendo?
Just looking at PNNT, volume not the greatest on this, guy, so tread lightly. But another one kind of squeezing up here into the close at now 5.8%, but recent highs for PNNT hasn't even crossed 1 million shares yet, but some volume coming in here.
All right, someone asking me for where my out is. Whoopsies. For where my out is. Okay. I just keep on refreshing my thing. It's not working. Where's my out here for NEO? I just want to make sure I still have the shares, which it looks like I do, so all good on that one. Right here, man, we're about to get ready to break it. So if NEO can come below this little level here, which is 46.40, I guess, 46.38 or so, we'll give it a few more pennies downside. We did miss that, man. We should have got out of that a long time ago, but we did miss it, so we'll have to wait on that one. But for now, that's where my out is. Blotter snapshot already in place. Okay, we'll have to check that out in a minute. But right now, NEO, that's going to be where the out is. So you guys talking about that. And then I did see someone ask, and thank you so much for the super chat. I did see it. I'm going to give a big shout out to you right here, Sandy Viper. So thank you so much for that super chat, the €5 there, or £5. I didn't see what I think it's British pounds. So Palantir 25 level. No opinion right now because it's not doing anything. If we look at it from a larger time frame here, you could definitely check out Palantir right now. It's just hovering around that 25. We do have some backing back here. I'm actually thinking Palantir could fade a little bit from this area. It's been a huge move up, and now we're stopping a bit. Do I think we could retest 2250? Yeah, I do. I think we could retest there at some point. So I like the 25 area. I like it for a break. And man, if we go tomorrow, then we're gone. So let's see what happens tomorrow. I want to be up. Like if we can log in tomorrow and Palantir's like at 25.10, 25.20, then let's use 25 as that backing, okay? For right now, obviously on a day, looks fine. But here, on a minute chart, it doesn't look good. You know, we can't play off this level. It just barcoded all afternoon, did absolutely nothing since getting here. It did nothing in the pre-market in the morning when it got here. That's why we had to be patient and then just scalp the living, you know what, out of Palantir. So right now we could probably just take this out, but I was just hoping that eventually it cracks this 25. But for right now, for a day trade, I'm gonna be a hard away from Palantir for 25s. Let's just hope that tomorrow we can use it as support.
And woof, up to new highs again. So 15% now, breaking that 27 level. It's actually starting to get a little bit, I mean, it kind of already was purple. Like, oh, that chart is frozen. So I have to go over to the daily chart here, guys. I just want to quickly show. There is getting very, very close. You look at some of these wicks here, it's about 27.50 or so. Could be a bit of resistance. I'm telling you, every time I try to catch a bounce on CRSR, it's just going to do this to me. I'll show you on the 1 minute here. One more time, get stopped. It then failed breaks down below that 37. I'm like, okay, so that's a failed break. I'll take those in the other direction. So why not take it on a long? And now we're right back testing these lows. This is the bottom wick here. Like 36.85 is essentially that bottom before you're starting back at 35.60. So if it breaks that 85, this will be the last time I try taking this one, until the next time, which could be at 35. You never really know. But we only have 20 minutes to go. That's why I think I'm likely to stop after this last trade in Corsair. I do like that ENOB to hold on to, but at some point I'm going to have to take this one off. You know, it's like 70 cents in the money. We're running out of time. And it's the same thing with Lordstown. As much as the short is looking pretty good, I'll probably have to trim some more in front of 920, maybe even take some out here on the bid at 925. I just don't want to sit here and not take profit when it's in the money. It looks like it doesn't want to do that absolute flush and die all the way down into $9. And if it doesn't want to go, I got to be flat in 15 minutes anyway, so might as well take that profit while it's there. AMC, on the other hand, I don't know. I'm not sure we're going to get that move, but this might be it. If you want to buy in front of 57s, if this doesn't continue, I'm not sure we're going to get that breakout at the high of the day either at this point. So AMC slowing back down. This could be a chance off that 57 though.
And Brendan, I apologize about this woof. I don't remember what you mentioned the news was there because this is just like, damn it. Like when we just started the show down here, that's from my kid, by the way. Like my 6-year-old, for some reason, is always saying that right now. And for some reason, it's in my head. And yeah, it's not good for a 6-year-old to be saying that. But it's like when she falls like in a trap, it's like, oh, she's playing Roblox. Oh, damn it. I don't know where she got that from. Okay, but right now it's just tearing up right here. So woof, nothing but upside right now. We've talked about Bark, that's moving as well. So maybe it's the whole space, but woof, beautiful move upside right there. We missed this break. Like that's why I'm a little bit upset. This 26, not upset, but this 26.75 there, we should have had that break right there. So I don't know what we were doing. Just looking at other names, wrong plan of action there, Sean. So 26.75 should have had that one up straight up $1. Wolf just keeps on running, guys. Let's check out our Rocket Mortgage. We've talked about that name over and over again. I'm long in the 20, like at 20 now, but not really moving. That's a little disappointing. Good thing we got out of our options. I got $20 options that expire Friday. We got out last week for about $2, so that was pretty good. Now Rocket just down to the downside right here. I'm not sure what the next one's going to be. Oh, we talked about, and remember last week, so I hope we saved you a little bit of money because I'm noticing now DraftKings is downside. So DraftKings down now, I think it was 4% today. Like, I don't know these charts. Okay. Now I'm frozen. So yeah, there is the frozen thing of death.
No, I'll show you DraftKings here because I actually think, well, there you go. DraftKings actually pushing to the downside. So we're talking about bouncing off that 50 level. And you're going to see that 50 period get broken. I mean, I don't know. Does it have support at 48? It needs to hold a higher low. That's what essentially needs to do. So a consolidation off 48 to 50 would look pretty solid. But the downward trend continues in that one, even after that nice bounce off 40. Brendo?
Yeah, just quickly, guys. There was a mention apparently this afternoon on CNBC when it comes to Petco in relation to Wall Street Bets. So apparently a few mentions throughout the day on Wall Street Bets. So Wolf getting some attention, it would appear, on that, guys.
Makes sense, makes sense. every now and then I guess that happens. Look, we're gonna get back over to a couple of names that are on the move. Just for posterity's sake, I'm going to point out that AMC looking good. GameStop is basically was it was barcoding for the time that we've been on here before we came on here for the show, and then there was a bit of a move into this 230 level, which has been some resistance, like 232, then 231, and now 230. So putting in some lower highs here. Might want to file that one away just in case. AMC may make a push, maybe breaks that 60 tomorrow, and then you're looking at a chance at like a 230 to 232 breakout on a GameStop, which is doing absolutely nothing today. But I just saw it pick up a little bit, made like a $7 or $8 move when it wasn't on my radar. So just going to throw it out there. And this Corsair, which was it was good in the morning. The stock is only dying. And then I'm sitting here, paper cut, which is ridiculous. I'm done with this one. If it comes down to the absolute low, which at least was a pre-market level at 35.60, sometimes you should just wait for the best price. And that's the biggest mistake I made this morning on the stock. I had this at 36.80, took some profit out, then it comes right back down. Instead of stopping at this, random 36.32 price, which makes no sense, I should have been waiting for that level here, this 35.66. Bounces off it, you can get in more shares at that price. And then when in this consolidation, you're going to get out some more. Then you have a chance of maybe capturing a 38 break. I probably would be taking some out off of that 38 break. But you look back, and it's easy. Hindsight is always going to be 20/20 for you. But in real time, when you're buying the dip, one of the best things you can do is just say to yourself, be patient. Whether or not you jump in front of a level like that or you wait for it to get there. And I got way too early here. I should have been waiting all the way for this perfect price down at that 35.60. I should rather miss out on a trade than take a price too early into a move where I'm not going to have my stop placement correct and I'm not going to be able to hold on for the winner that I want. I'd rather miss out altogether. That's the way it should be. I don't know why I just got long and ride. I guess I can't do math. Apologies to my Waterloo brethren there. But I got out too many shares there at 9.16. It'll be a good trade, but I reversed long. I'll just get out of it flat. Lordstown, it's a flush. A CEO, CFO, both gone. Even if you missed that flush when the news came out, I was able to short it on the way back up once. I was able to short basically top here at 10.60. And if you want to know where this price comes from, whenever you see a move like that you've missed, just go back on your chart. Pull up a 3-minute, pull up a 5-minute, pull up a 15-minute, and see where the support and resistance was before. This is 10.60 on Friday. You close there Thursday. You hold there as the low on Friday. You then put on a higher low here at 10.80, 10.85, which actually gives you a stop if you like it, so you can short off of this level, maybe even use this as a tight stop. Otherwise, you're just giving it to maybe like 11 even or so. It doesn't matter which one you did. It was absolutely gangbusters. Then shorting the bottom and shorting every single pop with the exception of 9.65 down here. So Lordstown, my day is done with you, and we're walking on a little bit of water until something drastic would have to change for me not to favor the short side of this trade. Just feels like it's falling all the way back to 6 at some point.
Okay, yeah, when did you stop below pre-market low? I mean, there's a lot of questions here. We do have a couple more, videos that we've released. I discussed a little bit about strategies, so you guys can definitely find that out on our page there on our website at tradertv.live. There'll be some more on YouTube. There'll be some more videos there for you guys. 46.40 there, the drop. I'm going to put an offer right here on NEO. Unfortunately, my charts all reset. I don't even have VWAP on here. I don't know. Bit of a failure there. 46.40. We'll put it up right now. I can just, if you guys watching, customization. I just didn't want to do this for you, but now we can do it. Indicators, create, and then we have a bunch here on our platform. So again, we're using Day Trade the World. This is P Pro 8. So volume weighted average price. You just put it on the main chart, and then I basically just make this thing so you guys can all see. I try to make it blue or purple, whatever that is, and then the biggest width possible. Then I put the indicator up on the title. Oops, no, I guess I can put it on there so you guys can see it. Volume weight, you know what, I don't like it on there, take it off. There you go, so it gives you a little bit more. So right there, that's where VWAP is, and it's also right at this breaking spot right here. So 46.55, not a horror, and look, I don't even have the prices on. Oh my God, I hate when this happens. But okay, we're gonna offer 46.55 right now. And remember, we do have the imbalances coming in, so right now, because I logged out and back in, I don't have them from the morning, but they'll populate here, and then we'll see what exactly is going on with some of these imbalances coming through on New York. So in about 1 minute at 3:50, they'll come out, and then we'll see about getting out of some NIO, but so far so good. And then Palantir, man, I mean, the saga continues on Palantir, and by saga, I mean absolutely nothing happening right now with Palantir, so we'll wait on that one. Smile Direct is one that I like. Woof, I mean, Woof continues to go, man. Like, I wish I would have taken Brendan there, not more seriously, because we always do, but just, when he came with that story early there, we did have a dip back to 25, and wow, what a takeoff for Wolf. BarkBox, hopefully you're next, buddy. But if this is a Wall Street Bets thing, then obviously it's not sector specific. So we're going to have to wait until one of our names gets on here. Wow, Wolf, still pushing tops, guys. 29 coming.
Yeah, 29, 30, you got to think 30 is going to be a little something. We're getting into that close. I'm going to have to start getting flat. And you guys are like, I saw a couple people on there asking, when you buy in front of pre-market levels or buy in front of the low of the day, like what's your plan of action for now? And I just want to, you know what, I'll probably go to, which stock should I go to? I'll go to Corsair just because that's the one I was talking about earlier. And look, I love giving explanations. It's fine. You guys want to understand what we're thinking about here. Personally, I would absolutely never just be, sitting and buying at the absolute bottom price. Like this is 35.62, that pre-market level. And the other thing about it, I like double confirmations. So when a lot of retail is sitting in there at 6 a.m. and this gets pumped up here, there was a big move off at 36. And then you get another test below that at 35.60 that immediately gets bounced back. I would never sit on the actual low of the day and take a fill. Right? Like to me, it just almost doesn't make any sense. Like I'd rather either be long in front looking for a bounce, and I like the level that much, like double, triple confirmation, a ton of size on the bid, something along those lines, or just let it bounce. Like if you're looking at this move, the one that I'm saying I should have had, because I should have based on what I like to look for, if I see this at 35.65, you then come in, let it bounce off that level. You can be buying it when it retakes 36, which is fine. You give it 40 or 50 cents, maybe even more than that. I mean, it's a move to 38, right? So we're talking about a $1.50 move here. So missing it by 25 cents so that you confirm that that level is held. I even love the fact that it wicked down and snapped back up. So anyone shorting off of the even break at 36 here just got punked. Like they didn't look at that pre-market low. It went 30 cents in the money. They got confident. Then they're screaming to themselves they didn't get out. They're getting stopped out around 36.50. That's some momentum to carry this further to the upside. I always like entry points on bounces where somebody is thinking about entering short. Right, as a day trader. It's going to give you more momentum if it starts working for you, and then you can use that momentum as one of your outs. We like to get multiple entries and multiple exits, so you're always thinking about who's on the other side of the trade short term, and that can be your momentum to back to that upside. So hope that made some sense on CRSR, despite the fact that I can't seem to catch the bid to save my life today. But if I just waited in the morning, it would have been perfectly fine.
All right, guys, we're going to go perfect right now. We don't have a losing stock on. We did, our course there, we were out early on that one, and then we tried it. We took a couple bucks again in the afternoon. Right now, though, I just want to tell you about NEO. I thought maybe there was a chance for it to get up there to 46.50 or 46.55. We tried it. It didn't go, so now we're just going to wait for that. I have an offer right here at 55. We'll get out here at 40. There's nothing going to tarnish this day anyways. We're only into one position. Like AMC, we've already made tons of money on this one, so we're going to wait on AMC. Is my number one stock. Yeah, Palantir's up there, Microsoft's up there, but right now we have some Ethereum too. That's a good trade for AMC. It doesn't look like we'll get this 59 and change. It does dip down to 56. Neil and I have to be flat at the end of every day, right? So right now, unless there's some sort of a glaring trade, then I think we'll probably wait on that. 10-cent music, a sell side of 3 million. Let's see what that did to the stock. Nothing apparently is up. Let's make sure I'm on the minute chart. Yeah, so we'll look at a few stocks here. 10-cent music not doing anything. Let's check out what Grubhub. That's a big sell for them. So that's, yeah, there we go. So $60 down to $59.75. So you can see there, bang. Big sell right there. Disney, that could affect Disney as well. 1.17 million shares. No, goes the other way. See, so that's what I'm saying. Sometimes up and down on these. Other than that, I don't really see anything that you guys may be on. Other than that, I mean, Ford buy, that's not going to affect Ford. But really, Grubhub, the big one to the downside right there, possibly being reweighted. There goes my charts again.
Grubhub's here right on the actual low of the day. This gets pretty interesting at like 59.50 here. Like if it makes, I was just literally talking to you guys about like buying a bit of a bounce on what a stock and how you might do it. Now if it makes a bit of a bounce here, anticipating that maybe, just maybe this pairs off a little bit, like if that were to pair off, you'd be thinking about going long in front of that low and then try to scalp it up to like a 60 break, maybe even VWAP. So that wouldn't necessarily be in play for me, but just it's interesting that you see it's that big of a move. It would lead me to believe there might be some action on that come Friday, of course, because it is going to be a big rebalance week. So a lot of names could have larger than normal imbalances, and that can mean that they get paired off because there's a lot of open interest and some firms looking to juggle some positions. I don't have a choice here with only 5 minutes to go. I'm going to take the last of this ENOB trade off. It's basically barcoding here, so I'll get out at 7:08. It was a nice trade off that reopen. The halt was the first thing we were doing. Actually, before we came on air, some of you guys were looking at this one to the halt trade. And it's just, I always had this strategy specifically for reopens on the halts, so the shorts can be pretty simple as long as you follow the plan. But no follow through past 7 even, so only about a 70-cent win. I did think it could have gone twice that though.
I see people saying, woosah, don't freak out, don't freak out. We won't freak out, we're fine, because right now we're throwing around some chicken dinner winners. It's time to dog dance a little bit as Neo comes right back to our spot. We talked about where we wanted to get out, and there it is, as we stated, right there, out for you guys. 46.54. I guess that's kind of hard to see on that. You know, I'm going to change this red. That's too hard to see. So we'll just change that right now for you, and we'll put background color. How about this little light red? There we go. So a nice little win for us. Oh, no. Oh, what the? Okay, hold on a second. I got to change this now. Text color needs to be black, Sean, not white, or you won't be able to see it. There we go. So there it is. Yeah, so 46.55 out. Now it's starting to rip to the high side there. So that's a nice little out for us on Neo to conclude the trading, man. Highest spot all day, 0 LFT, as we just keep rocking and rolling here live for you, trading every single day, all of the names. Like, you want to review today? We can do that. Stay tuned for us after the show, man, where we're going to have some bangers for you, including this one, a big $3 winner. My last trade on AMC today was that one. Should have been buying there as well. Big one there. Corsair, I don't need to tell you about that one. That one's been hot fire for me today. Long, long, and out. Long. That one was a mistake. Long here, out. Big time trading on Corsair. What's up, B?
Interesting time to do this, but heads up on Disney, guys. There's a few data points just coming through on Disney right now. They're talking about total upfront TV advertising revenue coming fall season rose by double digits over 2019. So a few things just popping up on Disney.
Yeah, we saw that on the imbalance look here. That's what I was wondering, like, okay, why was it going up? Who knows? Okay, Microsoft, wow, 259. Talk about Microsoft today. Some beautiful, I mean, one trade basically right off the morning, nice long and out. And then there's the rip in Microsoft. Neo, we don't need to tell you about that one. Bang, bang, bang. Beautiful trade there on Neo. And then Palantir to end the day right here. Oh, no. This is what happened last time my charts froze. Right here to end the day with a nice little out there at 25. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 today, and then just celebrate that with only 4 minutes left. 5 for 5, all very, very simple trades, very easy to watch there, so I hope you enjoy that. We'll be back tomorrow with more names. Watch out for our watch list and our sticky note, and let's go over to Neil, who still has some position. No,
I just got, look, I got no choice. I got to get flat here. I was looking at that Grubhub, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to get into that one with only a couple of minutes to go. And I didn't. And this is the other thing. Like, I don't know if there is an index action on Grubhub at the end of the week, and I don't want to be against what might be the momentum direction. Like, I don't want to sit there going long and then suddenly it's somehow being downweighted. I don't think that's going to be the case, but you know, you're not forced to make any trades, so I'm not going to do that here. Make sure you guys stick around. Obviously, AMC was, I don't know, it moved a little bit today, Sean. I don't know if you guys noticed that. It did a few shares, 300 million on the day. So these trades of the day are fantastic. Why? Because you know, things move pretty fast. As you guys can tell here when we're doing this show, it's a chance for you guys to get an idea of what's in our heads as we're reviewing our trades, because all good traders should review their trades. You guys should as well. We do, and we do it live every single day. There will always be one after the close, so do not go. Stick right around for that. It is a good one, I promise you, because AMC was fantastic today. Even though it doesn't look like it's going to close testing that 60 high, there's always tomorrow possibly for that 60 level on AMC.
Yeah, there sure is. And that's what I put yesterday before we spend time with family. You know, Sunday, here it is. Oh, I like this coffee cup. Thanks to the wife there. We tweeted out, you know, enjoying the morning before diving into some charts. Then it's Family Sunday right there. So there it is. We had some coffee yesterday. You know, you got to have your coffee. I actually, guys, you know, and a Disney chart that I looked at a chart of Disney, and I'm actually mad at myself. You got to get out at 200 up here, man. I mean, I was buying this thing. I have an 85 print in my account. But still, like, you got to get out when you're up here to 200. I don't even want to, I'm sort of upset at myself for that one. I don't know if Disney returns back to 200. I actually right now don't like this that much. We're below the 50 period. Obviously, if we get above there and we get to 190, I'll change my tune. But I'm not recommending Disney as a long-term buy at this point, guys.
But Loki's pretty good. You get to catch it?
Loki's great. No, all the shows are, everything's great. Everything's great. And someone said they just paid $30 for Cruella. Good, thanks for that. But yeah, no, for right now.
Is it good? Who's seen Cruella? Somebody tell me, is that good? Should I pay money to watch it or should I wait? Is it good?
You should always pay money to watch it.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of interested in it, but I'm with you.
Because
we had this conversation with Mark. Mark talked me out of selling some Disney.
We're shareholders, Neil. You should always pay for it because then we make more money as shareholders.
I'm cheap, Sean.
Anyways, okay, let's get going, guys. Only a minute and a bit left. Let's check out the imbalance locator quick time here to see LYG. 10-cent music still there. Disney still a sell. We'll see where that's going. Grubhub switches its name around there. Switches its. That's a daily chart. Hold on a second. I got to get the minute chart up for you guys just to see what Grubhub does do. So it comes back up. It's switched. That's what I was trying to get at. Went from a sell to a buy. So now we're watching that one. Was our Neo out any good? 46.55. It's right here. And let's check out Palantir before we go. Still at that 25 level. It's going to be a fun day tomorrow, man. We're 5 for 5 today. We're going to be back tomorrow. Maybe we'll go 6 for 6. Doesn't matter. Let's see if we can, though.
I traded a lot of symbols today. I actually looked at it. It's many more than normal. The only reason you see so many on my board, there were some halt trades in the afternoon. I'm really honing in on like this halt reopen trade and some of the more thin names and more dangerous names to trade. I think I have a pretty good strategy for it, but yeah, I'm going to be talking you guys through it as I do make them. We'll go over some of that tomorrow, but we're almost about to ring that bell. I guess that Grub could have been a winner, but like I said, I had decent reasons, I think, not to necessarily jump into that trade. But yeah, you could have got that scalp trade into that 60 level. Miss V literally sprinted past me. She's like looking all calm there, but trust me, she just sprinted around to make sure she got there. So 3, 2, and 1. Don't break an ankle, Gloria.
Now she's out of here. She's gonna come back, close her computer off, and then she gone. But a good day all around here. Someone asked, was AMC halted? Nepa. Still trading.
Oh.
Brendan, did we get green?
Nice red to green move there in the last 30 minutes. So we'll have a look. The Dow, I should say, did not, but the S&P did go red to green there in the last 30 minutes. The Dow, yeah, the laggard a little, 0.4 to the downside. Look at that, almost 1% for NASDAQ. The tech stocks making a nice comeback to start the week. Bitcoin, Ethereum, both almost 7%, guys, to the upside.
For the record, the NASDAQ 1% and the ES 0.26. So there, Mark Roberts. We wanted NASDAQ today. We got it.
Yeah, I want NASDAQ every day, man. I mean, I've been very bullish for a very, very long time. It's been a fun day today. AMC does reach up 15%, was up that 20% there or more a little bit when we hit to $60. So, again, congratulations to everybody long on AMC. I mean, I really do think we're fine. Anybody long AMC, I mean, if we get back into this area tomorrow, then we sure as hell will hit that. My last long, 55, out 58. So that was a good out. And if you add this all up, just stay tuned for the trade of the day, man. You'll see. Well, I talked about adding up all these wins. And you can hold from here, 51.50, and then you'd get out at the end of the day. That's $7. But just add up all these trades and you'll see it's much more than $7 win, I think. Anyways, it should show on the bottom how well we've been doing. But guys, look, it's been a big trade. The trade of the day is coming up right after the show, so stay tuned for that. Thank you to Lucas. Thank you to Maggie, of course, for the great work today. And thank you to Rob, who's off on the other side right now. Miss V, thanks for running to the bell and not falling. For Neil Roberts,
well done.
Brendan Wickens, I'm Sean Katina. We are your Trader TV live team. Stay tuned for the trade of the day. Ciao. Tomorrow's another day. Sleep well.